It's seventh time down and faithful still. You're on Rise and Shine with Phil and Matt. And joining us in the studio is Andrew Robbo Robinson, fresh off the plane from the USA.
Yes.
And we understand that you made a mistake when you got home. You had a power nap.
Well, that's right. Yes. Well, we were talking about jet lag before.
Yeah.
So Sunday afternoon, came home from church. I was feeling a bit sort of, worn out. And so I thought, I'll just have just a short little nap here.
Oh, yeah. Rookie mistake.
I set an alarm because I thought I want to sleep through.
okay, yeah.
So I set an alarm. That alarm may or may not have gone off. I do not know. But it was
out to it.
another couple of hours later, I sort of came to life and thought, oh my goodness, where am I? What time is it? What day is it?
Yeah.
So, and then I thought, am I going to go back to sleep?
Yeah,
But
right.
I did. I slept really well that night. So it all worked out okay.
Some of the advice was to follow your body.
Yes.
So maybe that was that piece of advice coming
Could be.
through. as
Yes.
well. There you go.
Yeah.
Well done. As well.
Now-
Looking great this morning.
Oh,
we
thank
did
you.
want to talk about the In-N-Out burgers that you had over
Yes.
there that had Bible verses on it.
Yeah.
That is so cool. What, were they tasty? Were they good?
It was actually a bit greasy, to be honest.
Oh,
Like, I didn't
okay.
want to say anything.
Okay, right.
The pastor had taken me to In-N-Out. He said, oh, you've got to go. You've got to see
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So I was like, but it was actually, and if you see the photos, which I posted, there's like grease dripping down my fingers out of this burger. I'm like, oh. So I said, look, you couldn't do this every day. Some people probably do, but
Yeah.
like maybe once a month or so,
Yeah,
you might go to In-N-Out. But it's very popular, obviously, in California. But you're right, they've got John 3:16 on the bottom of their
Yep,
cups. They've got a proverb on the bottom of their containers for
So
the
cool.
burgers. So really amazing that those guys and Chick-fil-A are the two really prominent Christian businesses over there.
Yeah.
But they're doing an amazing work.
One thing that surprised me over there was you go into places like Hobby Lobby and even just, Barnes and Noble, there's actually Christian books, Christian cards, lots of Christian content in the shops there
Yes,
everywhere.
exactly.
Which you wouldn't see in any shop in Australia.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more Christian-y stuff.
Yes.
Products over there, isn't
Exactly,
there?
that's right, yeah. And people are certainly a lot more open to
Yeah.
things of faith. Like they may not necessarily, like I chatted to Uber drivers and that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. And so like, do you go to church? Like,
Yeah.
They know about churches,
Yeah,
but they don't
right.
necessarily go.
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
What were some of the other places that you went on your great USA tour?
So it was pretty amazing. So obviously I had a couple of times in LA coming in and out. So I went to Jeff Fine's church
Oh, yes.
on the first Sunday I was there. And then I caught up, I didn't go to Greg Laurie's church because it was midweek, but I caught up with his team on the way back through. And then obviously I was in Nashville. I've got my Nashville shirt on today.
Oh,
so
very cool, yeah.
got the
Big guitar
one little
in the
bit
middle.
of memorabilia from my trip.
Yeah.
But so I caught up with there's a couple of big networks over there which are similar to Vision. I always hesitate when I say that because like Vision there's lots more repeaters here in Australia, but obviously the population over there is massive. So they've got a repeater in Dallas, which is like millions of people there.
Yeah.
So but they're national networks effectively, K-Love and YFM. So I got to meet their teams and see the studios and find out what they're doing.
And Wally from YFM, one of the
Wally.
coolest radio announcers ever.
Yeah.
I've sent a link to Phil to check out some of his interviews because he's a very good interviewer. He does lots of fun stuff on his radio show, so we're going to steal some of his ideas.
Yeah.
So Wally was pretty cool. Did you get to K-Love as well, did you?
Yes, I got to K-Love
cool.
and
Okay.
YFM sort of one day after the other.
Yeah, great.
So it was really cool. So I got to meet Wally. He was amazing. He's like the US version of DJ, really. Like they both got the big beard.
yeah.
Wally's got hair. DJ doesn't have hair, but they're quite similar actually, even in their personalities, which is quite unique. But a great guy, and he was really friendly and happy to chat. So it was really good.
Very cool. And then you did send me a photo. You were stalking Toby Mac. You sent me a photo outside his house.
That's it. So I went to his house and just sort of walked past and then walked past again.
How did you know it was his house?
Well, one of the radio people told me,
Okay.
but even like the Uber driver that because I went, there's like a cafe across the road, and they said, he often goes to this cafe. So I thought, I'm just going to go and hang out there for a couple of hours. You just never know.
You had your eye on it, hey, in case he turned up.
I did.
That's one
I
of
did.
his songs, by the way, yeah.
Okay.
And he decided, no, move, just keep walking. Anyway, another one of it. Anyway.
Those jokes only work if you know the
That's
song.
right, yeah.
Exactly. But even the Uber driver knew, like, because we were driving there, and he says, that's Toby Mac's house over there. So he kind of knew. And he said, I've driven the newsboys to the airport. I've driven these people and these people.
Oh, wow.
because they all live around that same area.
Yeah,
so,
cool. Very good, mate. Very cool. Well, we're so excited to share those interviews from The Chosen, interviews from Ken Ham. We're going to share a bunch of those on Vision Radio at some stage.
Yeah.
And if people do want to see some of the photos and the things, we put them in the Rise and Shine Facebook group.
That's
so you
right.
can join the group
Yeah.
and you can check that out. And it's good to have you back, mate.
It's good to be back, and just very thankful for the opportunity to go. It's been a huge blessing, and just very thankful that God's led the way and made all those happy connections come together. So it's been great.
Hallelujah. Welcome back. Now it's time for the Vision National News headlines.